EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in downtown New Orleans at the Caesars Superdome. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the New Orleans Saints. Of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. You look at this Carolina defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
I don't know what the actual percentages are. I don't know the analytics on when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches have always told me, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Wilson. And it's hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. The Saints at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they come in riding high, just 1 loss in their last 7 games.
And I like the way that this team is winning football games because they're doing it the way that coaches love to preach. Penalties at a minimum because they've been very disciplined, very focused in their business.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Here comes the Saints punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Throw left side, pulled in by Mingo. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Hey, computer. Ready.
Now Young running the option left. Down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. His 4th rushing touchdown on the year, his 5th overall. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top two teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson. And that'll be incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Third and long, it's Wilson. He lets it fly from Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be two empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things, get back to what works.
Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Down. Red, yellow. Hut, hut.
It's Young off play action. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. When you look at this Saints defense, they're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So it was 4th and 1. They wind up taking the 3, but I'm not sure that that offensive unit, judging by the sideline, Charles, was in 100% agreement with the decision.
No, not at all, but the head coach has final call on this. We know that. But let's face it, offenses want to feel like, hey, you believe in us?
And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On 1st down, Connor. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
On 2nd down, here's the option. And he probably should have given that one off as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In motion left, that's Thielen. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Hurst. So they decline it, and they choose to not give him that down back.
And I think that's the key to everything there. They didn't give up any yardage even on the completed pass. Don't give them an extra down in order to try and pick up a 1st.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. 13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wilson. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They got 29 yards that time. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Throwing again here, Wilson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Wilson. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are back within a score. Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And that'll make it 13-7. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a 1-score, 6-point game. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
On the double.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Young on 3rd down. That's caught by Mingo right side. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Carolina punt team out there led by Johnny Hecker. Back deep, the former All-Pro Tyler Lockett. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Wilson so complete there to Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A first down there on a pickup of 25. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Do you remember in preseason when we were going to the different training camps and visiting teams, and we always would see the running backs working out and going through those gauntlet drills and, you know, guys either slapping at the ball or the machines. You got to learn to take care of it.
Yeah, they lost it there. Big fumble. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 5.
Right. Check, smash. Ready.
Young off the play fake. Throw out wide is incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Checks this down to Hubbard. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. They'll run on first down. Connor. And not much room to operate as they'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Young to throw it. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now brings up 3rd down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. To throw, Young. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and got the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch out now. 52.
Up the middle they go. Connor. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Open man is Mingo, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Here we go. Set. Shot. 17. Black shot. Set.
Young working out of the gun. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on second and goal? Option right, Young. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Here we go.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal. Here's Young. Touchdown! Jonathan Mingo, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball, but I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can, and that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through, and that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it is really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They can not afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go down.
There he goes, right side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. Down at the 25.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second down, and it's Kamara again. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 20-yard line.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they all string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Looking to throw, Young. And that one to the right side and incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. 35 yards that time on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans, rolling along here in the 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. He lets it go deep for Olave. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Again, on Wilson. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Blaster, stick. Set, cut.
On play action, Young. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Young. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
It's a second down run with Sanders. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Carolina. Miles Sanders, his first touchdown on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, here's Wilson. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Thomas brings it in. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. We saw it too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
Here's Wilson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And this is a situation where as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has been lacking. A lot of mistakes, both mental and physical. And here's a big play that goes by the wayside.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 33. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that is caught downfield by Thomas. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Here's Wilson to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This likely a must-have, third and goal. Wilson will throw again. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here we go with Kamara. And he's not even going to get past the line of scrimmage. Brought down right at the 4. Kamara on fourth and goal, unable to get in. And the Panthers defense able to deliver the goal line stand. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Hey, check Mega.
The Young keeps it, moving right, and holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Here we go, set.
They're backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Rail, yellow. Ready?
Young will set to throw. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild, and at the end of all that, it winds up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Play action. Now Wilson. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Jeremy Chinn picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line.
Here we go. Right, 97. Trouble, 38. Drill green. Cut.
Following the interception, Young. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled.
And he cannot get away, and Young will go down. Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 14. Now a handoff up the middle. Connor, and he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Johnny Hekker now, standing just outside his own goal line. Returnable for Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd down, Wilson. Thomas has got it, complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. They go play action now. Wilson. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Now Wilson going to change things up here. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Wilson. And he's going to go down again. It'll be a loss of only a couple on the sack, but now it'll bring up 3rd down. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A big play needed, no doubt. 3rd and long. Throwing is Wilson. And this is taken in at the 5. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. From the gun, it's Wilson. Being chased. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Zach Wilson, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point splits the uprights as this gets him back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team owns it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, they can smell victory, partner. They can see it on the horizon, but certainly we're not done yet here. Defense still has 3 timeouts, and obviously this is a very slim lead they're holding on to.
And let's face it, the easiest way to get this done, challenge your ground game. Challenge your offensive line, your tight ends, your receivers, anyone who's going to lay down a block. Don't let there be penetration, because they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and maybe bring extra people to the ball. If you can do that, make them burn their timeouts, run out the clock, life will be good. But if you really want to gamble a little bit, a quick play action, quick throw, might be able to get it done. Just make sure it's not incomplete and stop the clock.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
On 2nd down now, Connor. Now a timeout called for by the defense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL?
The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
That throw by Young incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on third down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one around.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Now it's Lockett. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
Here comes 2nd down. Here's Wilson. Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. One final shot now. I'm not even sure he can get it to the end zone, though, from this distance.
That's going to take as much arm as he has, and you actually have to plan for the contingency. Maybe you're playing a tip. Try and get someone down who can tip it up and keep it for your own team and try and get to the end zone that way.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. One last shot for Wilson. Flushed out right. This ball intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. Now, I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for the Panthers, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Saints, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.